Tommy Steele and people like that, Everly Brothers, so forth. And people used to just get up and mime. And we saw this boy do it once, and we wanted to do it. So we had, I can't remember the record now, but we had a record, and it broke. And in those days, the records broke. So we just got on the stage, and the manager of the theatre put a microphone in front of us, and we sang 2 songs. And that was the first time we actually sang in front of an audience, and we loved it. You know, it was just a great feeling.
And how was the reaction?
Well, I suppose kids just went, you know, hooray, you know, but they, you know, we don't really know now. I mean, it was just kids having fun on the stage.
At that time, were you already dreaming of being stars one day?
We knew what we were going to do. We knew we wanted to sing. We knew we wanted to be in music, but Barry was the first one to say it, that we were definitely going to be in the business, in show business. We wanted to be in show business because we saw people who were famous, and kids, all kids, even today, when they see someone that they admire, they want to be like them, and that's how we felt. We just wanted to be, you know, we didn't think of money or anything like that. We just wanted to be famous.
Well, I mean, they weren't real guitars, but I mean, we would pretend that they were.
You would smash up all Stradivariuses and create his own guitar.
In those days, it was so easy to get Stradivariuses, you know.
Yeah, just take them a dozen.
I used to. Where Dad used to get them from, I don't know, but for some strange reason, our father used to bring home large cheese barrels.
We used to watch him 2 o'clock in the morning outside the bedroom window.
Rolling them into the cellar.
Because they were rolling huge cheese barrels.
We never knew why. In fact, we've always been suspicious that it, in fact, was an international ring of cheese smugglers.
No, it was only 2 years later, after he came out of Pentonville, we realised something was up.
The subtitling people will never make this speed, you understand that?
All right.
Okay, the cheese boxes.
The cheese boxes.
The cheese boxes.
I used to break them up and take the base of the cheese barrel, which was round, and the strips from the barrel itself, and that became the neck of the guitar, and I would put those together and pretend it was a guitar and put steel wire down the guitar and draw on it so that it looked like a guitar.
And how did it sound?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Awful sound. It was like fuse wire, you know, that you fix fuse.
No, because actually that was a disaster. It was when he went to the tea chest that he had success.
Yes, it wasn't until that was the breakthrough. Pretty close, yeah. I think you have to be to survive in this business as long as we have, and the fact that we're brothers obviously enables that to really happen. Groups that are not brothers, I don't think could last as long as we have and still be friends.
We're all each other's best friends because of all the valleys and peaks we've had through our career. We've seen the people come and go that we thought were friends outside the families, and they've disappeared. Yes. But there's always been our brothers to turn to when there's ever been anything to talk about.
The Beach Boys don't actually talk to each other.
Really?
Don't blame them.
They all have separate managers and they don't talk.
Yeah.
But there was a period when you split up. If I see the 3 of you together like this, I cannot understand that you have ever split up.
Well, to us it was like 15 minutes out of an hour to us. You know,
well, you're brothers. You argue, you know, and
we were younger too. Yes.
And when we were younger, we were inexperienced, and an argument meant a split. These days, an argument doesn't mean a split. That's just stupid.
We call them creative arguments.
We're no longer stupid.
Doing that. For example, for this last album, E.S.P, again, you wrote everything yourself. All
yeah,
songs,
we always do.
We've never done that. Done but that. We've always written all our own albums and other people's.
But how does that work concretely?
Well, it starts with an idea by one of us, and then we work on it till it becomes the great melody, and then we have our title and our melody, and then we do our lyrics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can read music?
No.
Is that not important?
No.
No. I think probably is important in the respect that if you knew music, you wouldn't be as adventurous as we are.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be as spontaneous if we knew how to read or write music.
Yeah. Yeah.
How difficult is it to handle success? Because you had a tremendous international success when you were very young. How difficult is it to handle success when you're so young?
It is difficult, but I think it's better because we were brothers and together and to share it.
It's easy and it's difficult. It depends.
I somewhere read that one morning you went down and you had to choose whether you want to take your Rolls or Lamborghini. Isn't that
well, those are the crazy days.
Yeah, those are
and that's Morris's quote. I mean, there were days in like the late '60s when we just first had our first international success, and the thing that you did in those days, if you were a teenager in a rock group that had a lot of success, you simply went out and bought cars. The cars just represented the idea that we didn't know how to handle money.
No, it's ego tripping. It was,
well, yeah,
you know.
And we were still growing up, and you know, you don't do those things later on in life.
You had all the success in this business you can ever dream of. What's still the challenge? Is there any challenge left?
The challenge is that it's not so much a challenge as that it's part of our life to continue to get better and progress.
We're very fortunate to be, and it's a standard comment, we're very fortunate to be able to earn our living and bring our families up based on doing something that we love doing. And when we were very young, the idea of money never came into it. It was the idea of being famous is what we wanted.
Yes.
And the idea of being famous is still what we want. We all have children and we love them. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. But it's when you have children of your own and you see other kids, like you see starving and all that sort of, it makes you realise how lucky and how blessed you are. And those kind of things are the things that you really want to do something about. And as Bob Geldof was a typical example of that.
Yes. Give me some first reactions to the words I'm going to say you. I'll start with you. The rattlesnakes. Okay, that's
memories. That's all I can think of.
Rattlesnakes, our first name.
Bill Haley.
Haley's Comet.
No, you're not on. It's Barry.
Bill Haley. One of our first influences, the fact that it was rock and roll.
Yeah. Father.
Sorry?
Father, how do I pronounce his name? Hugh.
Hugh.
Anything that comes to your mind.
Los Angeles.
Why Los Angeles?
He lives there.
Mother Barbara.
Beautiful.
Barbara Streisand.
Ugly.
Could you ask us that again, please?
Barbara Streisand.
Fantastic.
Yes, we would have loved to see your eyes because we don't know what you look like. There you are.